Hey everyone, how y'all doing tonight? It's 4th of July weekend, Sunday night, about 9 o'clock. I don't make videos this late. I'm struggling with doing it. Lots of distractions. It's dark out. This is poor quality video. I don't know what I'm going to do with that. My dog's upset because of the fireworks. We had a thunderstorm earlier, so she's struggling today. Feel bad for her. So anyway, I'm going to try this again, okay? So bear with me. So I was just doing some thinking, praying, and I was just thinking about all these experiences that I've had over the last 4 years, all these amazing things, supernatural things that I've seen God do, how He's been moving and working and showing and teaching me things. And it's just beyond words. And I don't know, it's frustrating. It's not necessarily frustrating. That's not the word. The thing that's the hardest in all of this for me personally, I give, these messages, or I, do these things that I'm being asked to do, and He makes me so confident and so, it's like He's shown Himself so real to me that I don't have an issue doing the most ridiculous thing that He might ask me to do. And there has been some really strange things that, I thought were strange that He's asked me to do. But you have to remember, He's the same God, okay? So He does things, in ways that we don't always expect. And I'm trying to think that the strangest thing that I've ever had to do, or was ever asked to do, gosh, there's been a lot, is to write on a piece of paper, a post-it note, put same with a line and same God, and give it to the associate pastor of a Baptist church after service. Have it in my hand, give him a handshake, and say, hey, I got something I'm supposed to give you. Check it out later, right? That's pretty, sounds pretty intimidating, doesn't it? You know what? I didn't even have an issue doing it because I knew that I heard right. I knew that He was moving and working and doing something. And so I just did it. Okay? Now, this particular place, this particular church, did not believe in the gifts of the Holy Spirit. I didn't really know that right away. My lighting's getting weird. I didn't really know that right away. And so when He asked me to do this, I'm like, this is really odd. Can you give me confirmation? And I did get confirmation for it. So as it goes on, I didn't realize this, y'all, but in the church, there's a thing. This is actually a thing. And it's called, let me see if I can say this. Some people believe that the gifts of the Holy Spirit ceased as of a certain time period in the Bible, which is called cessation or cessationists. Okay, so there's cessationists, and then there's, I think it's called continualists or continualism, which means people still believe that God gives, the gifts of the Holy Spirit to people. So I really didn't know that was a controversy or a thing in the church. I've always believed in the gifts of the Holy Spirit and that they continue. That just seems kind of obvious to me, right? But this particular church, and apparently there's a lot of other churches that are the same way, and He was trying to communicate with them that that's not correct, right? I'm just looking for a church, y'all. I'm not like trying to get on a soapbox. I'm just like, I'm hearing the Holy Spirit tell me to do these things. I'm doing these things, and I'm like, I don't know what's going on, right? And so He's writing this whole story for them in such an amazing, beautiful way. and I'm getting confirmation. So I got my backstory, and then I got things that he's having me write and give to them. And these things are profound. It's like almost like proof, right? You couldn't even, you can't make that stuff up. And so I was giving these things to them, and they were just like, no, they're not going to see it. They're like, I talked to the associate pastor, and he was like, yeah, we don't believe in that. Okay, so now I don't leave a place until God tells me, okay, it's time to leave, you know. So every place that he's brought me to, or every person that he's brought me to over the last several years, you know, there obviously was a reason for it. There was a message, and there was a reason for it. And I've been in so many different situations. I've been in this situation where there was a message for a particular church. There's been 3 churches, and then I've had people. I've had a person that had demons, of all things, if you can believe that. Didn't know that. I can honestly tell you, if I knew that going into it, I would have ran the other direction. But those demons manifested, and I was like, whoa, okay. So it's been a lot. Yeah, it's been a lot over the last few years. And so non-Christians, Christians, lukewarm churches, people that are, the churches that are limiting God, churches that don't believe in all the gifts, all these different scenarios. And so this same God message is so important. It's just so important to him. And but my thing, what this video is supposed to be about, is after having all of these experiences and seeing him work in all of these supernatural, amazing ways that just bring me to my knees, like, oh my gosh, you know, I just, right? I mean, I have a box full of material that he's given me. Microsoft Word is loaded with stuff. I have files for churches, people, you know, that I try to keep really good notes, but sometimes it's a struggle for me. Seems silly, but it is, because life gets crazy. I still have a life to live, you know, but I will drop everything in a second to do whatever it is he wants me to do, because it's just, there's nothing else more awesome. I could be in the middle of doing anything, and I'm just like, yes, you know. So it's hard to be on, it's awesome to be on the side where you can see these things, but the hard thing about it is I can give people the information, I can pass it along as a messenger or whatever you want to call that, but I can't make people believe. I can't make people make the connection. I can see what he's doing, and I'm like, oh my gosh. But, you know, the other person may not see it, and I have to be okay with them not seeing it, and them not getting it, and them not making the connection. You know, I can tell them all this stuff that he's wanting me to say, and you know, there might be nobody home. And I don't have a problem with people thinking I'm off. I really don't have a problem with that. But to know the Holy Spirit in this way and not be able to give that to people, oh my gosh, it's just like, ugh. You know, it's just like kind of like a knife to your chest. It's like, oh Lord, I want them to see you so bad, but they're not getting it. They're not getting it. What do I do? And so that is really hard. There's times where I just cry because I'm just like, I want them to get it so bad. And that is really hard, y'all, because there's some people I really love and care about, and it's not clicking, you know, it's just not happening. And it just makes me so sad. And I have to be patient, you know, God is so patient. And I have to totally take myself out of it, which I can't do, because he gives you a heart for people, right? He gives you a heart for people. And that's part of it, because if you don't love and care about somebody, you're not going to do these things. And so he just like he gives you the heart for this person, and they almost become like part of your life. It's like your assignment. This is what you're doing. And um, a lot of times it just bounces right off, and it's like, oh, that's rough, man, that's rough. I can't tell you how hard that is. So yeah, I think that's the hardest thing. Excuse me. Sorry. That's the hardest thing in all of this, is I can't make you believe. I can't give you my experiences. Oh, y'all, that's so hard. I wish I could do it, but I can't, you know? So, I don't know. I just wanted to get that off my mind, because it's heavy. It's heavy a lot of times. And, the enemy likes to work through discouragement in all of this with me. A discouragement seems to be like the bullseye for me, because he'll be like, this ain't gonna go anywhere. They're not gonna get it. Well, there might be one person that might get it, but if not, you're still sowing seeds, right? Just remember that you're still sowing seeds. I'd like to see somebody actually get it, and I want to see their face just light up, like I want to see God glorified, I want to be like, oh man, I just want to see what you're doing here. I want them to make the connections. You know what part of the problem is? People are too busy. They're too busy. They can't see because they don't have enough time to see. They're so busy. And the distractions are everywhere. The enemy wants you to be distracted. He don't want you to have time to spend with the Lord. Because if you do that, you might get it. And he don't want you to get it. So that's really all I wanted to say. It's really hard. And so the best thing I would tell anybody is really try to make time in your life where you can just be quiet and be with the Lord and spend time with him, and literally just talk out loud. Have a conversation with him. He wants to be your friend. He really does. And you're not talking to the air. You are talking with him. And it's called a relationship. And, it's fireworks. So anyway, I'll get more into this maybe a little bit later. I don't think I did a very good job with this one. But it is nighttime, and there's a lot of stuff going on. But I just wanted to say that. Anyway, y'all have a great 4th of July weekend. I'm not sure if I'm going to post this or not, because it's just so bad. Okay, take care of your doggies. Don't expose them to this outside. This is going to be going on for a few days. But y'all take care. Stay in the Word. Spend time with the Lord. And just be quiet and listen to what the Holy Spirit is saying to you, what he wants to be saying to you. Put the phone down. I don't watch TV at all. Shut the TV down. Go into a place where you can just be quiet and just pray and open the Bible. And I guarantee you, he has something to say to you. So, anyway, all right, y'all. Have a great weekend.